text says in Matthew, when he comes to Jesus, watch this, that he kneels. In the original Greek, it is the word where we get our English word prostrate. In other words, face to the ground. In the biblical connotation, prostrate means that he worships. So he gets in the worship posture when he sees Jesus. And he says, Lord, which means that he's in worship demeanor. He didn't call him Jesus. He didn't call him Joseph's son. He got in a worship demeanor and said, Lord. So number one, you've got to stay with the church even when it seems that you're not being helped. But number two, when you get to church, you need to be around some real worshipers. You need some real worshipers in your circle. Now watch this. Get the picture. Get the picture. The Father is worshiping before he gets anything. That's right. Worshiping before he asks for anything. Worshiping, Sister Lanier, before he knows what the Lord is going to do. Worshiping, Sister April, before he gets anything, before he asks for anything. Worshiping, not knowing what he's going to get or if he's going to get anything at all. But here's the trip and the twist. He's worshiping, watch this, to set up a miracle, not for himself, but for his son. See, sisters, brothers, you know that you're spiritually mature when you can go to God and it's not about you. But you can go to God on behalf of somebody else. You know you're the real thing when your worship is not about what you want, about what you need, about your desire, about your asking for, about what you get in your life, but you're going to God on behalf of somebody else. Oh my God, is there anybody in the room today who can testify, preacher, I learned how to go to God for other people. And that's what we need today. We need a new mindset in church. One where it's not about getting my praise on, getting my blessing only, getting my healing only. The world is dying and the church is only worried about their own blessing, their own healing, their own way. But what about the boys shooting each other on our street? Who's going to worship and pray for them? What about the young ladies who are lost, wallowing under weight of low self-esteem and self-loathing? Who's going to worship for them and who's going to pray for them? The Bible said, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and I will heal their land. We need some saints who can go to God for somebody else. Matter of fact, you ought to tell your neighbor, you sat in the right seat today. Because this praise I'm about to give is not for me. Oh yeah, this praise is for you. Oh my God, I'm going to give God some praise for your breakthrough. I'm going to give God some praise for your deliverance. I'm going to give God some praise for your miracle. I'm going to give God some praise for your healing. God is looking for somebody who's willing to join in partnership with their neighbor and declare, I'm about to shout for your breakthrough, for your healing. I'm about to shout for your marriage. I'm about to shout for your child being saved. I'm about to shout for you getting a raise on your job. I'm about to shout because your wife is going to get healed. I'm about to shout because your situation is going to change. Don't you move. Sit right there. I'm about to shout for you. See, our praise and our worship ought not be selfish and self-centered and self-seeking and me-focused. We need some worshipers in our circle. We need some folk that can bring us before the Lord. Watch the text. He's setting up this miracle, but you must understand the culture, because in that day and time, children lived with you, watch this, to become financial assistants for you. Some of y'all missed that. I said, in that day and that culture, children lived with you to become financial assistance for you. In other words, they didn't have Social Security. They didn't have pensions. So when you raised your children and you provided for them, someday you were going to get older, not be able to provide for yourself. And so those children that you raised were now going to be able to provide for you. So while the man was going for a miracle for his son, if Jesus healed his son, not only would his son be helped, but he would be helped. Y'all ain't catch it yet. In other words, when you go to God on behalf of somebody else, it's not only about their blessing, but when they get blessed, you get, God help me preach in here today. When they get blessed, then they're in a position to be a blessing